Hey gang, happy Thursday. So anyway, I'm going to try doing a video here, guys, because it's been a while. And it's kind of hard because I'm a one-man shop here for somebody to film. So I'm going to try doing this on my own. But today what we're doing is, I'm going to show you guys on shrinking out a panel and making it straighter so you don't need less filler. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you guys as we're welding here to take valleys out. We want to keep the shrinking down from the welds, okay? So, first of all, you're going to keep your supplies here. I got my 2 hammers, I got a junk screwdriver, and I got a flat edge. Try to keep one of these with you. It's a 1" by 10" piece of aluminum. It's for like checking your valleys. Okay, I got this panel pretty straight already, but I kind of want to show you guys how to take the valleys out as you're welding. So, okay, so what I'm going to show you, don't worry, I'm not looking at the welds. I learned myself over the years of not burning your eyeballs out and stuff. So as I'm tacking, I'm not looking at them. All right, so I'm going to show you guys. Like actually, there's a little valley right here. I can feel across this spot right here where it needs weld. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack weld this. Okay, before it cools down completely, I'm going to take my hammer, pick it up. See, I'm taking out the valleys, the low spots. I see another low spot right here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tack weld. One little tack, 1 second, 1/1000. That's one tack weld. 1 second, right there. Boom. Pick it up. Okay, we're taking any valleys out. Now I'm feeling a little valley here, inward of the welded seam. So a little pick hammer here, pick side up. We're going to take and we're going to pick that valley. You can feel that with your hands. I'm going to take the gloves off because I have a better feeling about the gloves on. So I can feel right here that there's a low spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and look up the reflection of the lights, and I can see reflection of the light, and I can see every divot that I make in this panel. And I'm picking it up. I already made the sail panel for Jimmy's 49 here. As I'm welding here and going along, but I'm trying to show you guys on a bigger panel to keep the warpage down. So again, you don't need that much filler down the road. Okay, so it's one of those things that just take your time. You know, if you're going to rush it, yeah, you're probably going to put a lot of filler on the car. But I think if you take your time, let the heat disperse through the panel, you'll be all right. So I feel a low spot right here. I actually see a low spot right here in the seam right here. So I'm going to tack weld this. Okay, it's a 1 second tack weld. Right there, I'm going to go hit it. Yeah, it's not that hot. So now we can go over and but you want to do it before it cools down, because if it cools down, it's going to shrink down. It's going to be a hell of a lot more work to pick back out. Okay, so it's just, again, it's about taking your time. This panel here can take you an 8-hour day to try to make this where you're creating no valleys, okay? So it's just a matter of just taking your time, going over and see low spots. I can see low spots here. I'm going to pick it up here. Pick it up here. There's a little spot right here. I can see. All right, so we got a lot of tack welds here, but I'm going to go here now because we got a valley going right here. This is about an 1.5 inch gap between tack welds right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my welder here and I'm going to put a small tack right between, about 3/4 inch from each side. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to pick it up. And it cooled down already, and that weld stayed up. That low spot stayed up. So that's what we want to create. We want to take our time. Okay, now there's some low spots inward of the panel here. Okay, so this is our welded seam here, but inward I can feel low spots in the panel. So we're going to come over here. This is old-fashioned. This old taught me this years and years ago. Oh, they can file. So we're going to go over here to the panel here. again, you can see out the reflection. Every time, every pick of this hammer is pushing out. You can see it. Don't hit too hard because you're going to create yourself a divot coming up so hard that you're going to end up thinning the metal up and you file it. So we're going to just enough. Always try to keep your light or somewhere with a light source so you can see the reflection. All right, so as we brought this up, I can see spots. So we're going to file this. We're going to file this. Try not to hit your welds because you're just going to mess your file up. So until you grind the welds down, don't use the file on the welds. This file is old. I've had this for about 15 years and it works great. If it gets clogged up, you go to the wire wheel, clean it up, and it'll be good forever. So anyway, back over here, we're filing all these little high divots downward. And what you could do, if you want to, you can go over with a black spray paint or glue it and mist guide coat. Let it dry so you're not clogging up your file. Let it dry really good. And then as you work now, you can go over and hit it, tap it up on low spots. See, as you take your file, you can see all the low spots and high spots on your panel. And I can see how nice this panel's turning out by just taking all the high spots, bringing the high spots down level with the guy. So, also, I made this tool simple. All this is a piece of conduit, 1-inch flat stock, and a piece of 3/4-inch flat stock, and square tubing flat stock. So what I use this tool for is if I need to push a panel up from farther distance like this and put some leverage down, I can push that panel up. So you have a panel that's creating a valley where this one's coming in, this one's going down. You take this and you push this up like this. Take your welder. Let it cool. As you're letting it cool, you're putting pressure down on this to keep it up. That'll also help keep the panel from shrinking back down again. So you go all the way up the whole panel, as far as you can reach it. A lot of times it gets too far, then what we'll do is I'll put a 2x4 here for more leverage farther up on the panel. So it's just a simple tool. Doesn't cost you nothing to make, and it works great. I use this on just about every shop that I've done it. So, and also keep yourself a junk screwdriver. What you're going to do too, if you need to, what I usually do is, like, if the panel's really hard and it's really shrunk down before you weld it, I get under with the screwdriver on the flat edge of that screwdriver, and I take both panels so the seam is right in the middle of the screwdriver. So what I'll do is I'll hold that panel up, put pressure up like that, and I'll come over with the welder. Again, I'm not looking at the weld, just to let you guys know. And you sit there and hold it for a couple of seconds. And then you can come over and pick it up like this. It's less work to actually have to bring that up. So there's a lot of ways of bringing panels up so you're not shrinking them down. The more weld that you add to it, the more heat, it's going to create a valley. It's going to shrink down, a ripple. It'll give you a ripple effect. So what I'll do is I'll go through here and I'll tack. And then maybe I'll come up here and tack. I'll come up here at the top and I'll tack and let these cool down. So what's happening is the heat's dispersing through the metal. Let it disappear. So you can put your hand on a fresh tack weld, then it's still hot. If you can't touch the weld, it's still too hot and the metal is still shrinking. Okay, sorry about that. But anyway, that's pretty much on taking two larger panels to take your valley out. Is pretty much what it is. So it could take you an 8-hour day, you know, but take your time. It's the best time, more quality you put into it, people are going to love it. It's right on your own cars, your customers' cars, your friends, or whatever. Take your time. Also, too, I butt weld everything. I don't lap weld anything. So what I'll do is I'll cut the panel and I'll bring the panel level with the exact metal, so we're not overlapping. Because overlapping, you're creating a valley be underneath there where rust can get in between panels. Eventually, down the road, it'll expand, crack your fill of body work or whatever. So I always butt weld panels. So I'll cut the panel out. I'll take the old existing metal out. I'll take it out of the car so you don't need it up under there, flap it around under your headliner. So After we get to the top here, same thing. I'm going to take the valley out, I'm going to work my way all the way down. When we get to the side here, an inch above the drip rail, I'm going to cut that whole panel all the way up above the drip rail, because we're not going to be able to get behind the drip rail and weld it, so I'm going to do about an inch above. That's why you leave about an inch and a half, 2 inches above the drip rail for metal that you can work with. Okay, so anyway, when this panel is done, I'm going to work my way into the sail panel here, into the catwalk. Got the catwalk, we got pretty much the other side of the cart done now. It's just a matter of now getting this panel welded, round smooth, and metal work as best as we can do, you know. But otherwise, the nice thing about it is you won't need a lot of filler, you know. Again, I'm trying to do these videos. You know, I'm a one-man shop here, so we're trying to. I'm trying to do the best I can. So I'm going to post this video up in a little bit, and it may take a while for it to load. But anyway, yeah, just leave me some feedback and let me know. And if you want to do some more videos and see some more cool stuff that metal finishing or whatever I do, making stuff or whatever, chopping the top, we're going to try doing some of that stuff. Okay. Otherwise, keep in touch, and I hope you dig the video. And yeah, let me know. VooDoo, peace out.